Welcome back to the GYMDAD Fitness channel. It's been a few days since I've hit a review. Just got back from the hospital from baby number 4, and I wanted to kick it off with a little deal we're going to do. So with fall on the horizon here, we're going to do packin' joggers. Fucking packin' joggers is what we're calling these ones. So we got our GYMDAD Fitness joggers. We got them in gray. We got them in black. Let me pull one up just so you can see. This isn't a straight ad read for me. I'm not in the clothes selling business. When I started the channel, I purchased $1,000 worth of merch from a Chinese distributor. You can imagine what my wife thought when she saw that on the credit card, and had to explain to her, like, this is an investment type thing for the help the channel grow, and we'll try to recover some of the cost on this. So you guys are going to help me out, so she's not pissed off that I got all this stuff stashed in the kids' room anymore. That we got this one's the gray ones right here, really badass, like drawstring. They have like this like plastic wax kind of looking dip that kind of strengthen the strings so you don't get that frayed end. And then I do a drop logo right there. And the reason I do the drop logo is when you put those dumbbells on your chest or on your legs, your knees for, like, shoulder press or bench press, things like that. It avoids the extra wear and tear on the logo. And then also I don't put it up here by the waistband because, like, the oversized shirts then cover it. So I do the drop logo right between the seam. I've worn my pair for almost, 9 months now. Hit it for leg. I usually use it for upper body day, but leg day too. And no stretches, anything like that, tears, just, general wear and tear of the logo. Obviously, with time, if it's not stitched, it's going to kind of slightly fade away. But no major issues, still very apparent. But the quality of the jogger itself is amazing. No tears, rips, stretches, anything like that. So check that out. It's on the gymdadfitness.com website. It's like gymdadfitnessbigcartel.com, but I have the link in the URL, and it redirects you if you just do gymdadfitness.com. And then each jogger, this is a big thing right here for you guys. So each jogger is going to have 5 samples in each pocket. It hits the fucking packing joggers. So 2 pairs of joggers is 4 pockets of samples. You do the math. 5 times 4. Way back when I was in school, is 20. So 20 samples if you buy 2 pairs. But just wanted to kick it off with that little deal we're going to do for the fall. That's only going to be active for these 2 weeks while I'm off work right now. So you got to hop on this thing early. But I'll probably do another reappearance of it. And this goes for anything on the website. If, like, you buy a shirt, I'll throw in those as well. But I just want something clever with the joggers. But anyway, let's get into the effects of the pre. GYMDAD Fitness, time for the weigh-in of Dexter Slice. Now, Dexter Slice comes for us straight. This is straight from the source, straight from the UK. This tub right here is. And we have hit Dexter Explosion, Dexter Halloween, Oxystim, and Doomsday Destruction. So I feel like of all the other American reviewers, I don't know. I feel like I've hit the most Koka Labs products out there. I mean, I know the Review Bros and Way of the Dead and Gone, some of those people from the outside United States that can get their hands on it pretty easily might have hit a few more than me. But honestly, outside of the regular Dexter, we also have the White Rush we're going to hit too. But first, we'll do the grammage. But I mean, I've tried the regular Dexter, but I never did a review on it because I only had a sample and I just had one bullet in the tank. But anyway, the Dexter Slice. This is a straight stim package we're working with here. I'll just give you a little heads up before we get to the warning, or to the label. This thing kind of reads like um, a fat burner a little bit, in the sense there's not really much like thermogenics outside of like the Alpha Yo. We'll get into that. Well, I mean, that's for the label stuff. But anyway, 7 grams, 30 servings. So we got a lot of serving action going on here. So they're giving you good bang for your buck with these stim packages. You just got to stack something on it if you want it for a pre. And anyway, we'll do a flat level first. And I've ran this thing once already, and it came in pretty accurate. I think it was like 7 point something. So right there, I rounded it off just a tad, but it came in at 8.29. So that's pretty damn accurate. Because when I did a flat level the other day, it was like 7.35 or something. So I know I saw one other review that was saying it came in underdosed. But every single time I've weighed this thing 4 times, it's been like on the money. And one of these, flavor is a big thing in these stim packages, because I'm not going to lie. That Hurlene is a very effective pre by Dark Labs Fat Burner. But it is so brutal going down. Like, sometimes you think twice. So you almost feel like you're ripping like some sort of like, Mexican shot. Like, it's so spicy. It's like a mixture of like, feel like you're shooting back some sort of tequila, hot sauce, pickle beverage or something. It's got such a kick to it. It's like almost like makes you think if you're like in between pre's, you end up going with the one that's not as brutal going down. But the kiwi strawberry here is actually really good. Like, it kind of reminds me of a better tasting version of Flame. And to be honest, this label almost kind of reads like a Flame to me. This is definitely more of a pre. I mean, there's no GBB in this, I don't believe. I mean, we'll get into the label, but I mean, obviously there's like carnitine and stuff. So I guess they market it, I think, as a fat burner type pre workout, but to me it's a pre. If it's got 300 caffeine, 202 amino, 2 alpha yo, 2 grams alpha yo, that's a damn pre workout right there. If you need that much shit in you to go do cardio, you got something else going on, because you should not need that much stims for just a cardio sesh. While we're just bashing around the label and just hammering what's in this already, we might as well go ahead and break it down. Fun quick story about this one. Actually, was going to review this a few days ago. I was about 20 minutes from taking the drink, had the thing ready to go, propped up, and getting up to like get my gym clothes on and take the Dexter Slice. And I got a phone call from my wife that she was going to labor and they had to come pick her up from the hospital. So I had to put a tab on the Dexter Slice review. And so I ran this the first day back from the hospital. Another pre yesterday, and then run this thing again. And so I was, thank God, like, okay, that was poor timing. I missed a workout, but who cares? Like, as long as I was always worried that I was gonna like shoot back a pre, and then 10 minutes later I was gonna get a phone call. I needed to get to the hospital, and then all of a sudden I'm in the labor room or whatever, and I'm just tweaking out on something like Dexter Slice or one of these Timu looking products or something like that. So luckily, thank goodness, that did not happen. So I do not mind missing a workout for that, as long as I don't have that situation. That Let's get into the label now. Better late than never on the Slice. This is one of the ones I wanted to hit first when I came back, because I appreciate these guys in the UK, getting things over to me quickly. So I want to return the favor. And this is one scoop, 30 servings. First off, we got L-carnitine HCl, and then we have L-carnitine tartrate, and then tyrosine, and then CDPC choline. That's a focused little nootropic there, and you see that in a lot of the GNC style products as well. So nothing like crazy going on there. A rider and assist at 250. That kind of gets us rolling here. And then we got that 2 amino at 200. We love Koka Labs 2 amino. Something special about it. There's like this signature buzz it comes with. It's got this happiness buzz I haven't felt with any 2 amino products all year long. And then we have caffeine anhydrase at 200 milligrams, which is actually really nice. That's why I decided to go with this pre. It's my first day off of work for I got a couple weeks leave with the baby, and didn't even think about it. Took a little caffeine, like 100 milligrams of like a quarter scoop of a daily driver this morning. That's about an hour ago. And then my wife told me if I'm going to work out today, I better go now, because we got doctor's appointments, kids pick up, stuff like that. So I went with this one, even though I was going to go with another originally, and just because of the low caffeine content in it. And then they have caffeine, but there is multiple phases, so it's not low, but it's lower than some other Stim Junkie pre's. Because then you have caffeine citrate at 100, it's a fast acting, and then caffeine malate, the long lasting, at 100. So overall, you got 400, but it yields around the 360 mark. So still, it's going to pack a punch. I love 350 is my sweet spot, so this is perfect for me. And then cayenne pepper extract. So there's kind of like that thermogenic. It's 75 milligrams. No spicy taste, anything like that in this at all. So they do a pretty good job covering this up. And then halostatian, kind of lesser of an effects of like a ephedrine type product, kind of speeds, gives you that speedy feeling. So we've seen halostatian in a lot of big pre's this year. I think Legit V2 had it. I think was another one that was like Legit V2 that came out around that time period. I want to say maybe I don't know. I know Legit V2 had it. I remember seeing halostatian in that. Oh, Doomsday Destruction, Koka Labs product, also had halostatian as well. And then alpha yohimbine at 2 milligrams. Is this going to be the Doomsday Destruction, hard-hitting alpha yo that had people on the brink of survival mode? And those guys put 2 in that one. Or is this going to be more of a smooth hitting with a decent slap? We'll see. This is Koka Labs. We know the only thing we can expect is that happy buzzing 2 amino. So let's get into the effects of this product and then kind of how this one scores for me. Now time to get into the effects of the Dexter Slice. And I had to bust my ass home because I wanted to get on film how sweaty this thing is. Even with no GBB, it's only got alpha yo, no yohimbine HCl, just like how thermogenic it is. And in a clean way too. We'll get into the effects, but in a non stemmed out over the top way, or like sick feeling way. But insane pumps, vascular dry pumps. Comboed this with the pump product Almond Ron by Historic Labs. That's like a middle ground kind of pump product. A mixture of mixture of vascular, mixture of dry wet pump, or mixture of wet pumps slash dry pumps. It's about right down the line in the middle. And we went into the label breakdown and effects already, but this one right here, I mean, we saw the carnitines, we saw the alpha yo, we saw the cayenne pepper, but this one's still to me, let's just get straight to these effects. So this product right here, and I'll tell you what it is and how it fits in. I got so excited just to. Sometimes I know you guys like to hear the words, but sometimes if you guys pay attention to my body language and stuff, I know people that watch a lot. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and so that's why when I started this review channel, it's like whatever the hell we do, it can't be fake, can't put on an act. Can't be some sort of crazy peppy, like, all right, guys, let's like and subscribe, and some sort of YouTube ad read motherfucker, because real recognizes real, and that kind of stuff shines through. It's like you can't hide that stuff from the general public, especially when you're spending so much time making all these reviews and things. So always going to be 100% authentic with you guys, and so you can already probably tell by my body language how much I like this pre. And anyway, so effects. So this kicks in very quick. The energy wise, that 100 milligrams of caffeine citrate is going to hit you within 10 minutes. Plus the alpha yohimbein, it's going to come in hard and it's going to come in fast. And then you're never going to get to the point when you're a little spooked out. And because then after that, about the 20 to 30 minute mark, the caffeine anhydrous and that the 2-amino comes in. And it kind of starts off with a decent little focus, nothing crazy. It's not like an intense bubble focus. I've ran so many IR8s, Venoms, Game Ons. Uh, it's all relative to what you've taken. Like people that have only ever taken GNC products might take like a product by Historic Labs called like Zeus and be like, oh man, I was so freaking focused. But to me, like my max level of focus is compared to these Smash AMFs, IR8s, Timu Venoms, shit like that. And but for this, compared to that kind of stuff, this thing's very mid for focus. But the key to me was the happy times, good vibes, and raw energy. This thing was absolutely perfect on sense of urgency and energy for me, and it has that, once again, that signature Coco Labs 2-amino. And what I mean by that is it's got this different vibe to it compared to other 2-amino products. It's always kind of more of the on the happier side, but Coco Labs just has this one that just makes you want to dance, makes you want to make friends at the gym and like talk and like socialize. And this is right now I'm filming this thing. It's almost 11, lifted at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. because I'm off this week, and I call that a bring your own juice time period because you got the old timers at the gym. It's relaxed, it's laid back. They got old school music on, and you got to bring some energy. And this thing brought it today. This brought all the energy and more. Never did I once feel over the top anxious. This one, just 10 out of 10, euphoric. I've had happier pre's, but as far as 2-amino goes, it's right below Dexter Explosion, but right there with Doomsday Destruction. Maybe Oxy Stims, probably more on the Dexter Explosion side because it lowers the caffeine too. Just kind of if you're wondering where this fits in the Coco Labs arsenal of products. Halloween's more of the bubble. Dexter Explosion is like your top dog slapper. It's that mix of slap slash euphoria. This one's a step below that. So this is going to be more usable for like the overall stim junkie. Dexter Explosion to me was like an alpha dog stim junkie pre. Like for me, a level scoop was as much as I could possibly take of that thing. But this one right here, I took this thing at 8 grams. It's a 7-gram scoop. And I think people are going to really, really enjoy this. The low to mid-level stim junkies are going to love this thing at 7 to 8 grams. And then the top dogs are going to be able to push this thing to like 8 to 10 kind of range. And it's going to be a lot more usable than Doomsday Destruction. And what I think they're doing here, what I think Coco Labs is doing is they're going right at the top dogs. They know the top dogs are wounded. I love Dark Labs. I love Crack and Golds, Purples, even the remakes. I'm going to be hitting those in the reviews. But they sense blood in the water. And Coco Labs is going for the throat. And this is Flame. This is what they're trying to do with Flame right here. They're trying to have a competitor, and they did one hell of a job. Because it's been a long time since I've taken Flame, so I can't say if it's better or worse. But that's what it reminds me of. The last time I took Flame was the original Flame. And then I got the one. There's one that was really hard hitting. And there's one that was back to the euphoric style. And I bought that one again and finished it right before I started the channel, so I never got to review it. But this is what they're doing here. We got to give flowers to Dark Labs because they've done it for so long. But to me, the new big dog on the block is Coco Labs, and they've diversified their portfolio a bit more with this one. And now they got one to compete with Flame. They got Doomsday Destruction right there head to head with, like, cracked purples, cracked golds. And then they got, I think, I don't, who knows what they're going to do with Dexter Explosion, Oxy Stem. They're pretty clumpy, but I know they brought back Dexter Halloween, which is going for the throat with purple, because purple's no longer got the 1-3. So kind of, that's how I visualize these guys. Maybe for me, I'm always in the competition. Competition brings out the best in companies. So I love it when these companies, like, it was not good for us as a consumer when Dark Labs produces all the hitters, because then there's no one to motivate them to make better stuff. So competition brings out the best in everyone. And so I'm hoping that this right here fires Dark Labs up to keep coming at them, because this is freaking awesome. I love this product. It reminds, like I said, Euphoria is the star of the show with an Alpha Yo slap. This one is freaking fun. Overall, how I score this one. This is going to get a 10 out of 10 on Euphoria. I've had happier pre's. Maybe this isn't as happy as Aventador, Dark Horse, Dexter Explosion, maybe not even Cerberus. But this thing is pretty freaking happy. It's more buzzing, happiness wise, than Doomsday Destruction. But then it's also got the slap factor that comes in with it. Comparing it to anything, it's got to be a stim package version of a Doomsday Destruction, a Cerberus. I'm trying to think of other 2-amino / Alpha Yo slappers, Maniaco maybe style, but this is just a stim package. So to me, this is in the mark, like I mentioned, with it's a hybrid maybe between Hurolene and Flame, but I lean it toward Flame because there's no GBB. Flame kind of had, or Hurolene kind of had that sickness kind of feel to it a little bit. It wasn't over the top. It was still somewhat euphoric. I mean, it just, it was more of a fat burner to me, the Hurolene. So this one to me feels more like a pre. And so that's why I give it the comparison to Flame. And overall tunnel vision focus, 8 out of 10. Flavor 10 out of 10. That's going to be huge, because a lot of people don't like the taste of some of those Dark Labs microdose stim package products. And so they might lean toward this if the effects are damn near similar, which they are. And so 10 out of 10 on flavor. Love strawberry, love kiwi. Can't go wrong with strawberry kiwi. And overall raw energy, 10s out of 10s too. Like, just perfect amount of energy. I wouldn't ask for any more, any less. And it allows you with a small microdose, like I said, to customize it to your likings. But overall, Koka Labs, Dexter Slice, another huge win, another awesome product by Koka Labs. These guys haven't popped something out that I haven't liked yet. And like I mentioned this in other reviews, I want to be all for the American products and support the USA, but pre-workouts, they bring the countries together, man. They unite the nations. We don't care race, color, skin, ethnicity. We just want to know if this thing a hitter, and we bond over it. So Dexter Explosion, if you like, I do have a discount code at Cross the Limits. It's GYMDAD. I know NutriCartel has this one as well. I think GYMDAD 15 or GYMDAD there. I'll have to check my description for that one. Can't recall what NutriCartel's is, but I know that both those places have this one. You might have to roll the dice in NutriCartel, because I'm not sure. I can't vouch for the one from the States, but I know this is one from the UK, and this one smacks. And I know there was a difference in Doomsday Destruction. I know they says, there's only one type of Doomsday. There's only one type of Dexter Explosion, but for me, there was in that Doomsday Destruction. From what I've heard from many others, there was as well. So I assume the same for this. But all in all, like and subscribe if you want to roll the dice. Get it from the UK, get it from Cross the Limits, and if you want to try it in the States, I'm sure it's just as good. Maybe might be a notch down. I don't know if it's going to have. It was the kicker was the 2-amino difference. One was buzzing, but one was more happy buzzing with the UK. And so check out Cross the Limits if you wanted to stay in the States. But we'll catch you on the next review.